What are you looking at?
King Kong is a fictional giant ape and the first monster invented for film, not adapted from a literature source. King Kong from 1933 is a milestone in film history and marks the beginning of the era of special effects. Director Carl Denham and his film crew travel to the uncharted Skull Island. After they got there, his main actress is kidnapped by the island inhabitants and handed over to a giant ape, which they call Kong. She can be rescued and Denham decides to use Kong as a Broadway attraction. The $600,000 movie pulled its budget 5 times back and saved his production studio from bankruptcy. The extremely exciting story is very well cast and has some revolutionary effects, which even today look awesome. Many elements are nowadays part of pop culture, such as the iconic movie poster or the image with Kong on the Empire State Building. In the same year, the son of Kong also showed up. In the sequel, director Denham goes on a treasure hunt and, by the way, stumbles over Kong's son. The comedic tone obviously targets a younger audience, in contrast to the very serious original. The $270,000 Afterbirth made twice of its budget back, but despite good effects, it is unnecessary and boring as hell. In 1949, Mighty Joe Young appeared on the big screen. The movie from the same team which were also responsible for King Kong is about a young woman in Africa who was raised as a child together with a title character which turns out to become a giant gorilla. She lets herself be persuaded in the hope of money and fame to perform with him in a nightclub, which of course does not end well. The movie is an interesting family picture variation of King Kong. Besides its good cast and spectacular Oscar-awarded effects, it made with an $1.8 million budget a loss of more than $500,000, but is now considered a stop-motion animation classic, with early effects by Ray Harryhausen. He received in 1998 the equally unsuccessful same-named remake, which made from its $90 million budget only $50 million in the US back. The entertaining family picture has again a good cast and spectacular effects. 1962 came with King Kong vs. Godzilla, in Germany The Return of King Kong, the Japanese take. The Passable Monster movie has the first appearance of both iconic giants in color and is one of the most commercially successful Godzilla movies. In 1967 continued with King Kong Escapes, this time with a giant robot ape created by the scientist Doctor Who. Sure. In 1976, John Gullerman's King Kong came to life. A company ship goes to an undiscovered island in search for new oil resources. A scientist is also secretly on board because he suspects on the island the existence of a gigantic ape. On their way, they rescue a shipwrecked blonde, which of course gets shortly after arriving abducted by the island people and given to Kong. The $24 million movie is often referred to as a flop, but this is simply not true. He made more than double of its budget in the US back, was a moderate success, and also got an Oscar for the effects. Back then, the movie didn't go well with critics. He exists in a 2-hour theatrical version and a completely unnecessary 3-hour TV version, with many scenes just stretched out, destroying the pacing, becoming too slow and boring. The movie made a very good job transforming the story from the 30s to the 70s. It has a good cast and the practical effects are okay. The most important difference is the character change of the woman, which, in contrast to the original, gets during her arc compassion for Kong and even wants to save him in the end. In 1986, the continuation King Kong Lives was also directed by John Gullerman. After Kong has survived the fall from the World Trade Center, he gets an artificial heart and a blood donation from Lady Kong, which ultimately leads to Baby Kong. The $18 million flop did not even make $5 million in the US back, got deservedly devastating reviews and has only a trash entertainment value.
Go, 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 go.